I recently wrote a blog that dealt with leadership styles. Most people only have one style. If you've ever joined an organization, you know that whoever is the alpha at the top pretty much shapes the culture for the organization, and everyone in that organization has to adjust to that leader's style. Now, that works really well if everybody's like you, but obviously not everyone is like you in the organization. So a really great leader develops the ability to lead by multiple styles. One of the assessments that I use in helping people understand personality types is DISC. I have several a short series here I want to take you through. But the first one has to do with, okay, let's kind of review really the different profiles in DISC. You have D, I, S, C. What are the different types like? Well, let me start with D. D people are really task-oriented people. And what I mean by that is they're typically outgoing personalities, they're very driven, very task-oriented, and really their greatest fear is loss of control. They like to maintain control. If they can't have control, they really feel out of touch. And sometimes they come across as kind of harsh and demanding of their employees. So that's the D style. The I style is more of an outgoing personality, but kind of a people person, if you want to think of it like that. And typically, their greatest fear is they really desire approval. So if they're not getting approval, they feel really hampered and limited and all the rest. They typically come across as friendly. They avoid conflicts. They're sort of conflict adverse, we might say. And often they appear disorganized to their employees because they're just a little bit all over the place. They love people, they love engaging, but sometimes not as organized as they could be. Then there's the S style. What's the S style? Well, the S style is someone who's very process-oriented, typically more of an introvert. And their biggest fear, if you would, is loss of security. They like stability. They like sameness. And sometimes they can come across to their employees as inflexible and so process-oriented that they're just not always open to new ideas or a new approach. And then there's the C style. The C style is also introvert, but more of a detail-oriented person. These are kind of your engineers, your accountants, people that are really detail-oriented. Their greatest fear is criticism of their work. They tend to be a little perfectionistic. They like to be admired for the quality of their work, and so they have a fear of being criticized about their work. They're the people that can come across kind of questioning or a little judgmental at times, and because of that, sometimes people see them as aloof. Now, it's important for you to understand your style first, because once you understand your style, that's going to be your natural default. That's the way you're going to naturally lead. And then we'll come back next time and we're going to look at, okay, how do you lead different people differently? You might be a D, well, how do you lead an I? Or you might be an S, well, how do you lead a C? And we'll talk about that next time. But just understanding yourself first is where it all starts. I hope as you think about this, you can kind of identify which style you are. I think that will help you in becoming a better leader. So see you for the next time. Come back.